We are now on air. Time for a total takeover.
It's finally here. Welcome to a new episode.
It's about to go down.
Good morning, everybody. Greetings and salutations. It's yours truly, Dan Adams, a.k.a. the Soulful Conservative, the DA, and the Prosecutor. And this is the TGIF edition of the Dan Adams Show. Thank God it is Friday. And also today is my niece's birthday. She's turning 15 today. For those who don't know the backstory, I can tell the backstory real quick. We've had basically custody of Christina, who is my wife's great niece, going on 10 years now. Yep, 10 years. We've had her for 10 years. You know, we are her guardians and her de facto mommy and daddy. And today she is turning 15. So happy birthday, Christina. Love ya. First and foremost, after the birthday wishes, giving honor to God and to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for allowing me to come to these airways via YouTube and Spreaker. And we're going to go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and play this clip. It's an individual that most of you hate. Well, I wouldn't say hate. Dislike, disdain for, just really don't like the man at all. But I just went to Fox News real quick's website and just see what the first particular report is in regards to, if you don't know and you're waking up this morning and you didn't realize from last night, you didn't check your feeds and all that good stuff, that the U.S. struck the Syrian air base that supposedly sent the aircraft that bombed the Syrian community population in regards to that sarin gas attack. Like I said, this is an individual that you don't like, but I want to go ahead and play this clip.
Gotten this from Associated Press. A Syrian official tells the AP that the U.S. missile strike that hit a number of military targets in central Syria has left a number of people dead and wounded. The governor of Homs province did not say how many were killed in the early pre-dawn Friday attack. He did say a fire raged in the air base in Homs and over an hour following the missile barrage. The governor says the evacuation and transfer of casualties is ongoing. He called the air base, which is about 45 kilometers or 28 miles east of the city of Homs, a supporting base for Syria's fight against terrorism. Islamic group militants operate in the central Homs province. Activists and rebels say that base serves as one of the government's most active launching pad for airstrikes on all rebel areas in central and northern Syria. Its government calls all armed groups terrorists.
Wait for it.
I should tell you that is the very base from which it is believed, excuse me, it's been a few hours, from which it's believed the Syrian forces launched that sarin gas attack, which ended up killing some 80 people, including 27 children. It is from that base that the terror attack was launched that President Trump now says was the reason for the U.S. retaliation. Jennifer Griffin is live at her position. Gotten this from Associated Press. A Syrian official tells the AP that the U.S. missile strike that hit a...
Will you not stop playing? Thank you very much. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Shepard Smith of Fox News is on top of the story. And while I was saying wait for it was his cough. You should see an actual video clip. It's hilarious. And he almost coughed up a lung. But we've been doing this all night, long time on air. Well, how about having someone else to help relieve you instead of being that person that has to be on air all the time and taking all the air time and broadcasting time from anyone else that might want to grace the airways of Fox News, because your ego is so beyond what we can actually even think about. But and if you're hearing a little hum in the background, I'm in my basement. This is the Political Heat Studios. And my many year old furnace is kicking in because, man, it is like 35 degrees here and waking up here in Plum, Pennsylvania, / right on the edge of Penn Hills, and here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it is. Let me check my phone here, and it is exactly, ladies and gentlemen, 33 degrees with a snow, rain, wintry mix on Friday, April, not March, not February or January, but April 7th, Friday, April 7th, 2017, TGIF edition here on the Dan Adams Show. Thank you and God bless for being a participant and checking this out on YouTube and on listening on Spreaker. Appreciate the support. Share this out when you hear it. Pump it out best you can. I need all the support that I can get. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The U.S. launched airstrikes in Syria. The base was hit and was almost completely destroyed, early reports say. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read this morning brief from Fox News just to give you an outlook as to what's going on. Morning brief: Syrian base hit in U.S. airstrike, almost completely destroyed. Russia reacts. Let me make sure that doesn't play. I think there we go. Trump orders airstrike in Syria. President Trump, who warned against Syrian intervention as a candidate, authorized airstrikes aimed at a Syrian airbase that hit the country at about 3:45 a.m. local time. The Trump administration appeared to be cautious about its approach to the Syrian conflict, but Trump said that seeing images of babies gasping for air after Tuesday's attack made him change his views on President Bashar al-Assad. Shortly after the airstrikes, Trump told reporters that no child of God should ever suffer such horror. Now, there are so many stories, and I put a question out there. Can someone point me and give me definitive evidence that Bashar al-Assad did not carry out the sarin gas attack? Please let me know. And I got individuals saying, wow, how do you come on, man, Dan, stay on top of it. I don't know. That's why I asked the question. But I still need some clarity, because people are saying that it couldn't have been Bashar al-Assad, that it was possibly ISIS. If it wasn't ISIS, it was the rebels that we've armed, and all 18 million different scenarios that could have possibly gone down in regards to this. And I have no idea. I have no clue. And I really don't think, ladies and gentlemen, with the fact that on the campaign trail as a candidate, Trump was leery, didn't even want to even talk about intervening with Syria. I think he would have had some concrete evidence at hand, some concrete proof, definitive proof that Bashar al-Assad and the Syrian army was the perpetrator of this horrific sarin gas attack. That's how I see it. I mean, you can take it any way you want. That's how I see it. So for those individuals who are thinking anything beyond that, that's on you. I'm going to take the intelligence that we get, which, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes especially with the revelation of the Susan Rice unmasking, doesn't mean, ladies and gentlemen, that all of our intel can be looked at as suspect. That was a purely political gathering of information of a private citizens, plural, hello. Wasn't just one individual, many. Now, people are going to say in regards to Susan Rice and this unmasking that she was a national security advisor. It was in her legal right to do what she did. And from what I understand and from what I am reading, that is correct. But what happened afterwards, ladies and gentlemen, what the cascading events that occurred after this legal gathering of information is the issue.
Coming to you live from the Political Heat Remote Studios, aka my vehicle, is yours truly breaking in on yours truly. Now, this isn't really breaking news, but I just wanted to talk about it and interrupt myself on my normal broadcast of the Dan Adams Show, the TGIF edition, no less. The Democrats are all butthurt butthurt in regards to Mitch McConnell, Marble Mouth Mitch McConnell, using the Harry Reid exception rule that the Democrats were all supportive of when Harry Reid implanted it upon us. Judge Neil Gorsuch will become Supreme Court Justice Neil Gorsuch, hopefully by the end of today. Save all of your tissue paper feelings, Democrats, and go hashtag cry me a river. This is yours truly, Dan Adams, interrupting yours truly with this breaking news. Back to regularly scheduled programming.
That information got leaked. It got leaked. It got disseminated and leaked. That is the issue. And she is saying that she had nothing to do with the leaking, illegal leaking of unmasked individuals from an intelligence report. Now, I'm looking at it like this, ladies and gentlemen. If you have an individual who was supposedly Barack Hussein Obama's homegirl, his confidant. Not always, it's funny how they say that. And what was Valerie Jarrett, who they always say who was his top advisor? But anywho, went above and beyond from what I am understanding, because she requested to get the names unmasked in this report. So there is no national security concerns, no national security risk from what I'm understanding from these reports. It delved into people's personal lives. So what does that have to do with national security, ladies and gentlemen? Nothing. This was purely political. And for them to, especially on the left, they are completely nuts. You got Chris Matthews screaming and yelling racism and sexism. Racism is the first. If it's a black person, he will immediately scream racism. He has no other avenue or outlet to combat his lunacy with. It's either racism, sexism, Islamophobism, whatever ism that you can think of. That's all Chris Matthews has, because he has nothing else. And then you got communism czar Van Jones saying that Susan Rice deserves the Presidential Medal of Freedom for what? What did she do? Just because okay. He is a liberal leftist communist. He hates Trump. The fact that individuals in his camp got exposed. Trump didn't actually get it. I mean, there's still nothing that completely links Trump himself. He can have his campaign can do whatever the heck they want without Trump even knowing about it. We know this. But there are even that particular nugget of information and pathway to any type of leading evidence has not been found in regards to collusion with Russia and all this other crap that the left keeps spewing. They don't have anything, ladies and gentlemen. They have nothing. So they're going to continue down this path, whether they have concrete, definitive evidence or not, because they have nothing else to do. They have nothing else to do. Instead of coming up with concrete solutions, as I've said these past few months, concrete solutions to the problems that exist here in America, ladies and gentlemen, they don't have it, never had it, never will, because their ideology is the opposite of progress. It is the opposite of solving problems. It is the opposite of conservatism, which envelops and engulfs individual liberty and freedom. They don't want that for you. They want to tell you what to do. They want to tell you how to live. They want to tell you how to spend your money. They want to tell you how to raise your kids. They want to tell you everything that you should do that they totally do the opposite of. Do as I say, not as I do. That should be the motto for the Democrat Party. Seriously, ladies and gentlemen, that should be the motto. Do as I say and not as I do. Because I'm going to tell you how to run and live your life. Take every inch of money that I can possibly take from you so I can proliferate this money to individuals who they deem as minorities, who they deem as the disenfranchised, who they deem from the opposite of those on the right, who are the most generous, most charitable people that I could think of. You go and look back at the individuals, especially in politics. I'm surprised. I saw some report where Republicans and GOP politicians give way more in charitable donations than those in the Democrat Party. So we're that mean, we're the devil, but yet we give more in charitable donations than you do. When it comes to GoFundMe pages and things of that nature, when people need to step up, I guarantee it's not many liberals. I guarantee you that. Now, didn't mean to go off on that side tangent, but it just kind of brings everything full circle once again. You have individuals on the left who will continue to bombard us, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm meaning us, conservatives, those individuals who fight for liberty and freedom, those who are on the battlefront and the battle lines to maintain this way of life that the forefathers way back before this country was cemented was hoping and praying, ladies and gentlemen, that the result of their hard work, their prayers, and the spiritual guidance that they received, they were hoping and praying, ladies and gentlemen, that this day would not happen. Where the federal government, ladies and gentlemen, the federal government, who is supposed to be working for us, you and me, the American citizen, we have to be worried about them coming into our lives and completely uprooting our lives to the point that we are scared, that we are afraid that if we do something wrong, because over the years, we, the American citizen, have allowed it to happen. We have not fought back like we should. We've let these tyrannical regimes, and especially the past 8 years, ladies and gentlemen, run rampant. And now we're suffering the consequences of it. Now we're suffering from these dastardly deeds. And I say that a lot, but it is. They are dastardly deeds. They do not have the welfare and the best interests of America at the forefront of what they do. They're more concerned about continually maintaining power, doing whatever they have to do it, whether it be via trying to demonize, besmirch us on the right in order to gain sympathetic votes from individuals who they garner as their base. Now, only got a few more minutes before I have to end this particular TGIF edition of the Dan Adams Show. Yours truly, Dan Adams, a.k.a. the Soulful Conservative, the DA, and the prosecutor. You can reach me on social media at Dan Adams Show, Facebook, Twitter, Gab, Instagram, and Tumblr at Dan Adams Show. Just type in Dan Adams Show and you'll find me. Website, thepoliticalheat.com, all one word, thepoliticalheat.com. Email, danadams73, danadams73@gmail.com. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Share once you get this in whatever particular electronic device you may be listening to this on. And always remember that God and his Son and our Lord and Savior is the epicenter of what we do. They are the ones that we should look for and look to with any decision and any obstacle that we may face. May God continue to bless you and your families. May he keep you and your family safe. Until next time, God bless you and yours. Peace.
Hey, can I get some help here?
Yes, you. I'm talking to all of you. I need your help because I, just like many of you, am one of the millions of Americans who is all too familiar with cancer. I lost both my grandfathers and my uncle to cancer. My grandmother battled cancer 3 times in her lifetime, and my amazing mom, well, she's a 2-time cancer survivor. But there is certainly reason for hope. Due to earlier diagnosis and evolving research, the 5-year survival rates have increased for people living with cancer. One exciting area of cancer research today is the field of immuno-oncology, science that aims to work with the body's own immune system to help fight cancer. That's why I'm proud to be joining Bristol-Myers Squibb and the cancer community to launch Ready, Raise, Rise, a program that educates about immuno-oncology research and encourages people to raise a flag for those we love affected by this horrible disease. On this website, you can create a personalized flag on behalf of yourself or a loved one touched by cancer and share it with your friends. You can also select a cancer organization you would like to receive a potential donation. The 3 groups with the most flags raised on their behalf will receive a charitable donation from Bristol-Myers Squibb. By sharing your flag, you're making a difference by supporting loved ones, raising money for cancer groups, and educating about groundbreaking research. So please, join me. Let's raise our flags against cancer.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Dave Anthony. The U.S. fired off 59 of those missiles, bombing Syria days after a chemical weapons attack that killed 86 civilians. Fox's Evan Brown's live in Palm Beach, Florida, where the president announced it.
Dave, Tomahawk missiles impacted a key Syrian military base from which Bashar al-Assad's forces originated an attack upon his own people using sarin gas. The decision to use force was made by President Trump, who remarked pictures of child victims moved him.
It was a slow and brutal death for so many. Even beautiful babies were cruelly murdered.
Administration officials say Assad's use of chemical weapons was so frequent, a move against normalizing their use was necessary, Dave.
Evan, Britain and France and other allies support the strikes. The European Council president calls it needed resolve against barbaric attacks. Russia calls it an act of aggression. Syria is also reacting. Fox's Jessica Gallagher live in our Middle East bureau.
Dave, Syrian President Bashar al-Assad called the strike reckless and irresponsible. In a statement, Assad asking the strikes were short-sighted. This is Syrian opposition activists say warplanes launched their first airstrikes since the U.S. hit the base in Homs. The Britain-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights saying the strike hit the northern edge of the rebel-held town where the suspected chemical attack happened on Tuesday. Meanwhile, a spokesperson for Russia's defense ministry says Moscow will help Syria beef up its air defenses after the hit. Dave.
Jessica, Democratic Congresswoman agrees with Syria. Tulsi Gabbard says the U.S. action was reckless. Other Democrats call it unlawful without congressional approval. Republicans support the strike. Senator Marco Rubio says,
Number one, it was legal. It had to be done. But he was in violation of an agreement that we were guarantors of, that he would get rid of chemical weapons, and he lied, and he didn't do so.
Later this morning at the Senate, Neil Gorsuch will be confirmed to the Supreme Court. Fox News Radio, fair and balanced. Last month's terror attack in London has gotten deadlier.
Andrea Cristea from Romania was visiting London with her boyfriend, who'd been planning to ask her to marry him later in the day. But like all the victims, they were in the wrong place at the wrong time, walking on London's Westminster Bridge just as a suspected Islamist extremist drove a car into pedestrians. Ms. Cristea fell into the River Thames below. She was rescued, but 2 weeks after the attack, police say life support was withdrawn yesterday. The 31-year-old's family saying there are no words to describe the crushing pain and emptiness they feel. Ms. Cristea is the 5th person to die. In London, Simon Owen, Fox News.
An indictment in Ohio over a deadly shooting in a nightclub.
The prosecutor says 27-year-old Cornell Beckley has been indicted on dozens of charges, including 2 counts of murder for a shooting spree last month in a Cincinnati nightclub. A second man died this week from the shooting March 26th, which left 17 people wounded. Hamilton County Prosecutor Joe Dieter says there may be another suspect on the loose.
Cincinnati police still investigating. We know we have at least a 3rd gun. We do not know who the shooter was with that gun.
Prosecutor Dieter says the shootings resulted from a feud over nothing at the Cameo nightclub, now permanently closed. Jack Callahan, Fox News.
A woman in California charged with orchestrating the murder of the father of her children is out on bail. Tiffany Lee will remain out of custody. Her family, friends, associates raised $4 million cash and property worth $62 million combined. We get an update on the job market later this hour.
The jobs market kicking off the year on solid ground. In January and February, employers adding an average of 236,000 jobs a month. However, economists say that pace might be hard to maintain.
That's Fox's Hillary Barsky. The March employment report expected to show 180,000 jobs created. In about 25 minutes it comes out. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News Radio. The March employment report expected to show 180,000 jobs created. In about 25 minutes it comes out. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News Radio.
This unusual musical collaboration impacts the nation. Balance is given when driven by a vision. Ignorance comes with no supervision. Crystal clear like a high-def television. Finding ways to duck the system. Never illegal, but the path that's verbal. Fully harmonized like a choir's rehearsal. On deck is the clean-up hitter. Legend in my prime, just like my man Jigger. Who do you consider the utmost MC? Is your resentment that leads to your jealousy? Null and void is your present transaction. Insufficient funds, no air in the lungs. It's just like smoking 3 packs a day. Watching hip-hop pass away. Far away from taking control and far away from reaching your soul and far away from the realness. You must bring the realness so the people can feel this. Far away from taking control and far away from reaching your soul and far away from the realness. You must bring the realness so the people can feel this.
Et de Brooklyn,
NYC,
compagnie low cost avec un logo MIC survolant
LA
pour débarquer ici. Début 80 dans les bacs de
Dynasty,
l'homme à 4 mains.
Solar, Lionel D.
J'dis merci, NTM Miami jusqu'à ce que l'inertie fasse exploser le style, splitter les boursiers. Car faire de la maille avec ce son c'est possible. Alors les clichés naissent, loin de l'esprit de base, près du business et de l'industrie de masse, loin de
Peace, unity, love and having fun.
Près de
bitch, nudity, drugs and holding guns.
Il est parti de rien pour aller trop loin, trop loin. Il s'est perdu en chemin, yeah. Il a vu le jour dans un mix sur une face B. Il est mort sur MTV entouré d'aspects.
Far away from taking control and far away from reaching the soul and far away from the realness. You must bring the realness so the people can feel this. Far away from taking control and far away from reaching the soul and far away from the realness. You must bring the realness so the people can feel this.
Doing it for you and yours, we're not far away. This is soulful hip-hop music.
Peace to my hip-hop proteges. Feel the rock and roll as I stroll down memory lane, untouched passages. Clears my esophagus so I can properly speak my diction. It's non-fiction, this condition that I properly speak the truth. There won't be any doubt of my burden of proof. There's been MCs that couldn't cut the mustard. Ate the cake but should have had the custard. Overextend your boundaries. Mountains divide as I had this epiphany. In the past, does this rule the world? We thought tornado about to swirl into a bundle. My vision's the tunnel that's underground as I resonate my sound. Far away from taking control and far away from reaching your soul and far away from the realness. You must bring the realness so the people can feel this. Far away from taking control and far away from reaching your soul and far away from the realness. You must bring the realness so the people can feel this. As we go on and on, shout out to On and On Records and every soulful hip-hop artist all over the world. Hocus Pocus, C2C, my main man Vencil, the Civil Rights Movement, Twisted Visions,
far away.
We're about to bring it to you, no doubt. Now take me on out of here. Peace.
Doing it for you and yours. We're not far away. This is soulful hip hop music.